Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade in
Shade
the
in the
City.
City.
I am your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, I'm sorry, I say that with so much hesitation. My apologies, Shade Squad. I'm happy to see y'all. I'm always happy to see y'all. We're getting into 90 Day. That's why I have the hesitation. We're getting into 90 Day the other way. Season 4, episode 16. Y'all getting a little like Lifetime. You're reaching. And this tell-all, or at least part 2 of the tell-all, was poo. That's just my feelings. If I were rating it on a A to F scale, it would be D minus. That's how I feel. So if you guys haven't already, please make sure that you've hit the like button.
And the subscribe button.
And, let me fill my glass here. And yeah, I guess we can get shady. I mean, Gabe did enough of that for all of us in
He really
everybody's
did.
business.
He
It
really
was
did.
it was a lot. All right, let's get shady, y'all. This is probably going to be the quickest 90-day review you have ever gotten. I'm not holding y'all. Trust me, it ain't gonna be me. It's probably gonna be her. But anyway, so we
I
jump
have
into the reunion with Mahmood, right? He's still mad, walking off set. Nicole all upset. She's playing the role of victim and wants everyone to feel bad for her. And oh my god, and you see what I deal with. Oh my god. And so Sean tells Nicole, go check on Muhammad because you look like you're going through a lot. So Danielle says she can relate to how Nicole is feeling as well because that's how Johan.
Of course, she took this opportunity to make the moment about her.
Right. Gotta love Danielle. So Nicole is trying to talk to one Karen to another. It's just terrible. So Nicole is trying to talk to Mahmoud, and he says that he's not sorry. He feels like this is making him look bad as well as his country, his religion, and he's just not really here for it. And he tells Nicole he doesn't feel supported as she tries to beg him to come back on set. And basically, he finally gives in and is ready to talk junk to Gabe, and she's still on stage crying. And comes back to the set talking about how she wants to be the world to be a better place. And they end up
Make it a
taking a break.
better place.
There are
You
people
people
dying.
So Gabe, he apologized for upsetting Nicole. But he says it hits home for him because he has Muslim siblings, Muslim parents,
Oh, you got
and
a lot more than me.
they gave him the choice. Mahmoud also apologized, but told Gabe basically his kids ain't got nothing to do with him. And the choices that he makes, he was like, you know what? Y'all get to choose whether your kids are Christian, Jewish, Muslim, whatever, and that's what I'm gonna do with mine. So mind your business.
Just mind your business.
Right. Gabe says that his underwear business is doing great. Okay. He's actually getting a lot of male customers that want to have padding around their junk. Okay. Now most of the lady panel they said they're cool with it. All except for Danielle. She ain't going for it. They asked if Gabe is the boss or is it a 50-50 partnership. And Gabe said, really it's Isabel. Isabel is the boss. And she laughed, but she said it's a partnership. Then they brought out Trey. And he said he's not even allowed to hang out with Gabe unless he is in the
They
house
hanging out in the
being
house.
supervised by Isabel. Okay. Isabel said she told Trey herself why she don't like them hanging out, and it's because he lives a loose lifestyle. Trey done threw this man right up under the bus.
He
Okay.
did. He didn't hesitate.
He said, when he goes
I
out,
wouldn't want Trey as a friend.
he said when he goes out, he pulls all the women. Gabe said, let's word this correctly, sir. Let's word this correctly. So he did correct himself and said, yes, a lot of the women are attracted to him, but he does not give them any attention. And basically said, if Gabe is going to do something, he going to do it on his own. You need to trust him. They rolled the clip where Gabe basically said, let me be free. And Isabel did not like that too much. She said, maybe we can both be free. And he said what he really meant by it was she just needs to trust him more, and he's never going to do anything to hurt her. Everybody basically understands why Isabel acts the way she does. They're all on board.
So Jen shares her and Richie have spoke since they've broken up. She says she went back for a wedding for a mutual friend, and Richie was there, and they did reconnect.
Because that was your plan all along.
Right. Jen says that he never spent the night, but they were intimate. So you gave him the goodies, and he didn't even stay the night with you. Okay, leave the money on the dresser. So Debbie goes in on Rishi and says she thinks he's a coward. Everybody jumps on Rishi and says that he didn't fight for her. Gabe points out that Rishi talks in circles. We knew that. And then Sean asked, I really wanted Gabe to stop running this reunion and Sean to do a better job hosting. Let's just say that. Okay. That's my first irritation with this reunion is that Sean was not hosting. She was just letting everybody do whatever they wanted and talk and say what they wanted to say and letting Gabe come in.
I wasn't mad about it because I was still getting the answers to the questions that I had.
I feel like
because sometimes the host they can't be too messy, but the panel can.
True. Okay. So basically, Gabe asks if the family knows that they're engaged. And he says that they do. And then Jen says that they're still working things out. And Rishi isn't trying to leave his mama's home. Rishi talks about how he needs to get more money. So more money so he can support his family and Jen. So I guess the aerobics ain't aerobicing. They ain't paying. I don't know how it's working. But anyway, they bring out the what's the name of them? What you call them? The step.
Oh, the Sanderson sisters. The Sanderson sisters.
The Sanderson sisters, yeah. So they bring out the witches. And Randy says that, she had no clue that they were back together. And the cast jump on Rishi for just not leaving his family. And Nicole is actually the voice of reason and says that she thinks they're forgetting how hard it is to break tradition. Then and look, Nicole being the voice of reason about tradition, it is a new day. So Randy brings up that Rishi sent more things in her DM that we didn't see. And Randy says that Rishi got inappropriate, but Rishi claims that it was Randy who got inappropriate, so he deleted it. I believe Rishi. Then Sean brings out Rishi's mom and uncle. And then the parents, they have no idea they're supposed to be engaged. And finally, reluctantly, Rishi speaks up and tells them, they're seeing each other, but doesn't say that they're engaged. And then even Mahmoud calls him out and is like, look, dude, you're a liar. So Sean asks Jen how she feels knowing Rishi said he would have chose his family, and Jen is annoyed, but, doesn't know if basically it's going to go anywhere. Rishi's mom tells Jen directly that, it's her age and you might be cute and all, but boo-boo.
Over and over again.
Over and over again. And she's not willing to bless the marriage. So Jen is obsessed and feels that they're age shaming and demands that Rishi tell his family that he plans to marry her with their blessing or not. And his mom says, okay, you can say what you want on this TV, but I ain't listening to that.
I'm surprised he even did it still.
I was surprised, but I think that as soon as he got out that camera, he went and called his mom and said,
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
do you think she's sending him money?
Jen? Would hope not. I don't know.
I feel like Rishi could go out here and find somebody else. So it makes me wonder, and unless it really is true love, it makes me wonder, why is he holding on so hard?
I feel like that about a lot of the couples.
Well, that part.
Well, even though he told his mom that, he's going to marry Jen within 6 months or a year, with or without her permission. I mean, the mama was sitting there shaking her head. No, she's like, that ain't gonna happen. Jen really don't believe it. And, she said if it doesn't happen, she'll have to move on. Yeah, we see how that worked out for you. Now, before the Sanderson sisters left the stage, they want to give
a piece of their mind to everybody.
Yes, but I only got the one for Danielle. They
Right.
told Danielle that she emasculated Johan and carries his balls in her purse. Now, basically, she said if he wants to be the patriarch, he needs to pay the bills like one. And what does it have to do with how you talk to this man? And how you don't respect his mind? Now, backstage, everybody's getting in Jen's ass about Rishi, the cast members, and her friends. Apparently, they stopped by the tattoo cafe, and everybody knows Rishi there and said he is just not the type of man to marry. Sean moved on to talk about sex, and apparently, Johan does not have a problem being known as the guy with the big ding dong.
Right.
And apparently, Gabe got to pick the size of his. Then they moved on to Chris and Jamie.
I didn't get any of that.
Then they moved on to Chris and Jamie and the demise of their relationship.
I said the debacle of a relationship.
We were very, very close.
Great
very
minds.
Close. Chris said that she's constantly talking about money and, but she was working her ass off to pay all the bills. Jamie said she made one rent payment and she got proof. She got the receipts. Chris said that she sent her about $10,000 from the beginning of their relationship, including the stuff that they did there together. Gabe said real quick, that shit don't count. If you're talking about dates and birthdays, ma'am,
that don't count.
That don't count. Jamie said she only received $1,150 from her or less. Okay. Chris said Jamie knew about her health injuries. So the fact she was, acting all new to this was BS. She said she knew the entire time after Jamie cheated on her for the second time. She was worried about her that she could have died could have been unalived when she was in a car that flipped because of her health problems. And says that she's also not in debt. Okay, she stayed in that apartment accruing all those bills, and Chris said that she would have helped her out. All she had to do was reach out. Girl, you don't answer your phone. She said still to this day she would help her out.
Flash tails.
Right, please. It took you how long to even get back there? Just stop it.
Chris just got too many issues, too many lies. There's always something with her. She's
now.
You know what? You see, this is what I'm saying. If y'all wanted to 90 Day, I'm giving you an idea. Chris should have been hooked up to a lie detector.
Gotta consent to that. She ain't gonna consent.
Of course she's not.
But apparently they're no longer together. Thank God for that. Now they tell Veronica and is it Tommy or Timmy or something? I don't know. Veronica and the other dude to come out and dig a little bit deeper into their story. Chris pulled up a text that Jamie sent to the other woman. Okay. Apparently she was sending them both the same messages and telling both ladies that she wanted to marry them. She got pictures of them even on FaceTime in the shower together. Jamie said she didn't even consider, them being together because Chris ghosted her for a month and she thought the relationship was over.
That part.
So Chris
I'm supposed to be sitting up in my room like Brandy waiting for you to call me.
Chris said that it was 5 days and it was really because Jamie kept on blowing up her phone and she got her phone taken away at work and she ain't about to lose her job for nobody. Debbie said Jamie is a predator and trying to take advantage of Chris. Ain't nobody agree. Debbie, I love you, but I ain't agree either. Veronica brings up the fact that all Jamie really wanted was some contact, boo. You could have texted her from the toilet.
And one thing that I didn't like is I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like they tried to play, the narrative, oh, she's a gold digger. Like she's,
I also like the fact that Jamie let it be known. She's like, why are y'all coming at me over some stuff that happened while we weren't even together? Let's talk about the fact that around that same time that this woman appeared in Chris's life that she's referring to, Jamie was also receiving messages from Chris's ex-boyfriend with Chris naked and of them having sex. And she says she also has the pictures. She got the receipts. Boo.
Who gonna check Jamie, boo?
Hmm.
Yeah, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
We just gave you, I'm pretty sure this is probably almost all of, if we gave you 15 minutes, we just saved you an hour and 30 minutes of your life. Okay. So
You're
that's what
welcome.
happened.
You're
Yeah, you're welcome.
welcome.
You're welcome. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. And there's actually a part 3, I think. We're
Yeah, there is.
continuing this on. So we'll
But
see if
we definitely got to see that because we got to see what these pictures and videos or whatever the hell
well,
this
and
is
I want to see what Monica
about.
has to say about not coming to the wedding. I am interested to see what her and Gabe are about to go through. Because I feel like they're trying to make it seem like it's towards Isabel, and I don't think it's towards Isabel. I think it's towards her brother.
I don't know because there was a clip where I saw she said I don't want to disrespect Isabel.
I don't know.
Why
We'll
even bring
see.
her
But
name up?
anyway, y'all, if you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button,
You comment
you subscribe,
and you hit the notification bell.
and make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, IG. And we will catch you, like I said, for part 3. And I will let you know when we are getting back to before the 90 days. And I'm only annoyed because we have to see Gino and Jasmine again. And I'm just, my stomach cannot handle it. Okay. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for your support. And y'all have a good night. Bye
Good
bye.
night.